put into the car is finally put to the test and see what it makes on the rollers. Arrived Indiana muscle car. This is Justin May. He's helped tune the car last time. He's gonna be taking care of it this time. So you think maybe tomorrow we can make some boost with it?
I think we're gonna be on the wheel tomorrow.
That's awesome. So yeah, I'll leave it in his hands and we'll be back soon.
The next day.
All right, here at Indiana Muscle Car, Justin has got the car on the rollers. We are making some numbers. We are figuring stuff out though. Luckily, he had some questions I wasn't able to answer. He's actually on the phone there with Safe. Safe is answering some questions, which if you think about it, you know, a lot of guys aren't cool with that. It just goes a testament to Safe, how nice he is. You know, most guys asking other guys, hey, tuning question for you. You know, they're not going to answer it. The Safe was really, really cool. He's taking his call and answering some questions for Justin when it comes to the fuel pumps he wired in for us and some fuel pressure. So basically, preliminary, we got a base tune yesterday done, and it was on pump gas, just to do it as on pump. Just very, very conservative, Safe made. I want to say around 500 horsepower. Wait, no, 550. So yeah, about 548, I think exactly. I'll screenshot the actual photo, but 548 on 14 pounds of boost. So that's pretty good for pump gas. Probably could make a little bit more, but I'm not really interested in the pump gas number. That's just more or less, I'll put pump gas in it if I can't get E just to get me to the next station. He put some corn in it, and right now, this is where we're at so far. We're at 791 and 578 torque. Now, this is with about 30 pounds of boost in it. 30 pounds of boost, where I believe it should be well more horsepower, but he's having trouble with the fuel pressure. So we're getting that sorted out. Also, there's some questions he has when it comes to timing and the BBTI, which is all playing into the big picture here. So we're working hard. Just wanted to give a quick update of where we're at, and we'll update here in a second. To take one step further, how awesome Safe is. He's remoting in right now. Let's take a look at stuff.
INAH 5.
So, again, I can't stress this enough. Most tuners are just, hey, I'll help you out. You got to come to me. I'm going to help you out. When another tuner is out, another tuner, that stuff just usually doesn't happen. That's how awesome Safe has been about all this. So he's being super cool, helping out Justin here, get things figured out. Right now, I think we're trying to decide what's going on. You can see the back is kind of pulled apart a little bit. We're trying to figure out if we've got a dead fuel pump, or it's more likely an activation of a fuel pump that's not coming on, which is giving us the lower fuel pressure, which is why we can't really push it up too much from here, or why things are kind of halted where we're at for the power and the boost level and everything. So we'll try and get things figured out and press forward. Okay, so we're still figuring some fuel system stuff out. We believe all pumps are working. We've tested each individual one. They are good. We don't know with a little enabling that we did on the Haltech if that's going to help with the fuel system or not. It may be a check valve that is getting over pressured. We're still looking at stuff, but with all pumps verified working now, and possibly one of them that wasn't working before because it was enabled electronically, we've got it working now. So we're going to make a quick pull and just see where things are at.
They open up perfectly, happy. So, yeah.
Okay.
That's all. Those are all wins.
So we just got to figure out the fuel pressure issue. We think related to the pump then?
Fuel pressure issue, I'm ready to put it all the way down.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got enough. I mean, I'm no Haltech pro, but I've got enough plan. I've got enough understanding of how to just.
Right, right. Okay, cool. Well, to be continued then. I'm going to leave Justin the car. They filmed the camera too, so he's going to get what he's working on tape, and then I'm going to get out of town for a little bit. He's going to keep working, and we'll keep plugging away.
One eternity later.
And we're back. Apologize for the delay and all this stuff. There was a bit of time between the clip you just saw and now. Basically, I've got the car back. I'm home. The car is not fully tuned yet. The end result is Justin was just having a hard time getting it tuned. I said this at the beginning, Justin's a really capable tuner. He knows what he's doing. Haltech was new to him, so there's a learning curve there. And then the 2JZ was all new to him. The setup was new to him. And that coupled with, there was an accident where the rain here in the summer of Indiana, just it pops out of nowhere and it can come down really hard. Him being a busy shop, had the car outside with hood cracked, not open, but it was cracked enough. The water got down the channel and got right on the ECU. Unfortunately, the port where you plug in was left open, so water got right into the ECU. The Haltechs are supposed to be waterproof. There was some debate on that because he put the cap back on later and tried pouring water in and still got in. I don't know. Anyway, the ECU got fried. It took out coils on its way. Fortunately, the car didn't burn down. Nothing catastrophic happened. Everything was, fixable. I've got some fried coils here in the back I need to clean out. I can show you. But these things basically turn to molten lava. If I can find one of the ones with, yeah, here's one. You can see these things. I think it just went full zap mode and just started melting coils. So basically we had to order a whole new Haltech Elite 2500 ECU. Safe helped us out with that, fortunately, and got it sent to him. We got that in the car, threw the tune back on, put the coils back on, and that's about the time Justin said he just didn't have time to keep messing with it, unfortunately. We were having fuel issues on the dyno. It was related to not enough fuel pressure under boost, and I don't think that fully got resolved. We ended up putting a couple check valves on the fuel pumps because we thought the initial drive of the first fuel pump may have been overpowering the check valves inside the two Hellcat pumps that we have in here. So we put one-way fuel check valves in. It's not been tested yet on the dyno. Unfortunately, it's kind of put me in a stick where now I'm out a month and the car is not really tuned any more than it was before. However, I got lucky. Safe has been helping me out all along the way. I reached out to him like, hey man, I'm really in a bind here with this thing. Is there any way I could get it to you to get tuned? I know he was really busy before, hard to get a hold of. He said, yeah man, I gotcha. So tomorrow is going to be part 2 of this video, the beginning of at least taping it. And I'm driving the car to Safe. Safe said he's going to get on it as soon as he can. I know a lot of times that can mean a long distance, but he said he's hoping to get it on the dyno rolling in a couple of days. So I don't know how much it's going to take to get it fully tuned. You know, it's one thing just to turn up the boost, see what it makes, get the number everybody's waiting for, but there's a lot more of drivability that comes with it. It runs and drives good, but you've got, you know, all my different settings here on the boost control panel, which is literally just presets the Haltech has in place for how much power I want with each. But he would set a different setting for each of these. All that takes time. I'd like him to do a traction control boost where I flip this switch, it activates traction control, where basically the wheel speed sensor that was put in the front can sense the difference speed between the front and the back, and it'll limit, you know, how much boost it's able to give the car. That all takes more time, so it's going to take a little bit of time. I don't think it's going to be really super quick and all that, but hopefully we can at least have, you know, the important stuff that everybody else and myself are waiting for, and that's the total dyno numbers to see how much power it makes. And finally, I can get back with everybody on how much it's actually going to put down. Before, I'll have to yank it from the earlier part of the video. You saw what it made just on one fuel pump, which was pretty impressive. It was right around like just under 800 horsepower, I think. So those of you thinking, you know, that's all it's got, or that's what it was going to make, well, it's going to make more than that, clearly, because that's just on one fuel pump and I've got 2 more to go. So, and a bit more boost to turn up, and that wasn't even on barely anything E85. It had just a little bit of E in it. Most of that was on pump gas, which was pretty darn impressive. So it's got a lot of power and it's got a lot of potential in it. I apologize again for the wait, but you know, any of you with a car or a project, or any of you watching these videos thinking I'd like to learn how to do this, just understand that this is part of that game. It's just a huge amount of patience that goes involved. Trust me, no one's more frustrated about it than me. It's the middle of the summer. I would love to be out running this thing around, and instead I'm just still waiting on it to get tuned. But if you want something like this, this is just the game that you play, and you got to be patient. And I like to think that good things come to those that wait. So hopefully this week I'll have some numbers, which for you at home watching this, it'll probably be another week or two minimum before I can get another video out showing what that is. I will get it out as soon as possible. It's not that I'm forgetting about my channel or forgetting about you followers, that I really appreciate you guys subscribing and watching. Anybody new, feel free to pop in there too. I care about all that stuff. I want it to get going, but sometimes I just got to wait on the stuff, and there's not a lot of movement when we're waiting on parts to come in the mail and figuring things out. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for everybody's patience. And hopefully the next time we finish this thing, we'll have some more on it, and hopefully have some numbers to throw down as the final, as the part 2 of the Judgment Day video. Thank you.